This is Michelle Archer for Direct Sales Institute, welcoming you to our November Power Lunch for our DSI Success Society members and guests. And today we were talking really about holiday strategy. We're coming to you from a YouTube Google partnership. It used to be known as Google Hangouts. Now you can find it under YouTube. Very easy to set up. You can go live at an instant's notice, similar to Facebook Live. You can also pre-schedule these. So for direct sellers, it's a great way to maybe conduct a virtual party, a virtual home show. It's also a great way to connect with your team. It's great advertising. Things on YouTube are very, very searchable, and they rank high, particularly in Google search engine, but other things as well. They can be shared to social media platforms. So we're talking about holiday selling today and holiday marketing. So I'll be sharing a few ideas with you. If I forget to come back to that, somebody let me know. You do have chat. I typed you hello. You can chat me back just so I know that you know where chat is. So I've got my notes over here, by the way. So we're going to talk about holiday strategy, making it in November to remember. We really have about 45 days as direct sellers. Most of you all have I call it a Christmas cutoff of the 10th or the 15th. Some of you may be a little bit later than that in the month. Your company may be as late as the 18th, maybe the 20th. I would exercise caution. One of the ways that we get in trouble from a customer service standpoint, and one of the things that hurts us so badly on reorder business, is we set our customers up for a poor experience. So whatever your company is telling you, if they're telling you the 20th or beyond is your cutoff, I would really encourage you to remember that Amazon nearly just crashed all of the delivery systems last Christmas. As a matter of fact, they started offering next day, and this year they even offer same day delivery on some things. And so what happened was, as Americans, we love to procrastinate, and people waited till the day before Christmas, or Christmas Eve in some cases, to order. And all of the shippers, UPS and the Postal Service and FedEx, all of that, were so bogged down with the influx of Amazon orders, things ran behind, and many people missed their deadlines simply because the shippers couldn't handle the traffic from Amazon. So be smart. You run your business, and it really is your job to take the information you're given, factor in the outside parameters, and make a decision on when you're going to tell your customers they can order. We are procrastinators by nature as a species. I think in America it's even worse because we're so instant gratification, and companies are constantly trying to fulfill that need for next day delivery or same day delivery. So know that whatever date you give clients, you will have a bulk of clients who wait till the last minute. You don't want to be bogged down either. So you want to be proactive in it, but also consider that sometimes things don't exactly go to plan. So we're going to talk about a few strategies. One thing I do want to say is anything is possible. More money changes hands in the next 45 days than it does the rest of the year. So you can absolutely sell product with the right strategy. You can book. And sometimes we buy into this mentality of nobody wants to book in November, nobody wants to book in December, no one wants to sign up in November or December either. And I would just remind you that you create your own reality. If you tell yourself that, you're absolutely right. Nobody's going to book and nobody's going to sign up because your belief system is so low, and it translates in your energy as you speak with people. So this is a great time to book. We're going to talk about some great reasons to book this time of year, and it's a great time to start a new business too. So I'm going to glance at my notes here and move on. Don't buy into those self-limiting belief systems. I wanted to start off by sharing just a few statistics. I love statistics. I'm not a huge math person, but I just love the factual basis behind some great statistics. So here's a few for you. The average family last year spent in excess of $800 on Christmas gifts, Hanukkah gifts, corporate gifts, teacher gifts, all of those things. $800 per family. You have to ask yourself, how many families do you know? How much potential business is there for you? Tens of thousands of dollars. But here's the problem. They don't know that you can fill their needs. So they go to the mall or they go on Amazon. They shop online at people who spend a fortune on advertising, and that's where they spend their holiday dollars. Not because they don't want what you have to offer, but because they didn't remember that you had it to offer. So it's very, very important that you're proactive, reaching out to people, asking them, how can I take care of you? How can I help you this season, save you time, money, energy, effort? I don't know if you've dug through Amazon recently looking for a particular product, but it's hard to know. And sometimes you order things in, they're not what you thought they were going to be. So you're not happy with it. And that's terrible for a Christmas gift for someone that ultimately it's not a great gift. I'm reminded I ordered a shower curtain not too long ago, just a basic shower liner. It was horrible. I sent it back. So you can get in front of this, really take care of people and serve them well, and ensure that every purchase, there's a satisfaction guarantee and that they're thrilled with everything that they get from you. That's something they're not going to get online, and it takes some personal contact. 40% of consumers have already started shopping. So sometimes we think, maybe we gotta wait till December or after Thanksgiving is when the holiday selling season kicks off. But in reality, it's already started. And it's probably started without you. So now's the time to really get focused on reaching out and start taking this piece of the market share that has your name on it. You just have to reach out for it. Black Friday weekend, American consumers spent $60 billion in excess of last year, and they're going to spend it again this year. I would caveat that statement by saying that Black Friday is a huge shopping day. And sometimes as direct sellers, we think we want to do an event, an open house. Although if you've ever heard me speak about that, I say don't call it an open house. Open houses aren't a destination location. So we might have a tendency to try and compete with Black Friday and do something on that day. And I'm just here to tell you guys, you're not going to compete with Nordstrom's on Friday. You're not going to compete with the mall on Friday. There's too much variety of goods there. And they're spending millions of dollars on advertising as a whole. You can't compete with that. We do better on Small Business Saturday. That's a great campaign for direct sellers to launch. And then also Cyber Monday. And most of your companies will do a Cyber Monday, if not a Small Business Saturday, but be prepared. You run your business. So it's up to you ultimately to put the final polish on a marketing strategy to ensure that you get that market share that's yours, that you're looking for. 140 million consumers shopped on websites over the holiday weekend last year, in excess of. Crazy. Here's a great statistic about men, and men are last minute shoppers. So what we'll talk about is when to focus on who, and men are great to focus on in December because they don't really start thinking about it until December 15th or something, but they have a tendency to spend up to 40% more than women because they're more concerned about, will they love it? Is it big? Is it impressive than what I spent for it? Women have a tendency to be a little more frugal. So men are a great demographic and they need help. They don't know what to buy and they need good suggestions from you. Up to 40% of a small business's revenue happens in November and December. Crazy, crazy statistics. So that's what we're looking at. It is such a lucrative time of year and you just need to get out in front of it. I encourage you to start with giving some thought to, what does that look like? You really can. If you wanted to sell $10,000 in the next 45 days, you could absolutely do it with the right focus, the right strategy, and the right effort. Absolutely. You could sell $10,000. You could sell 20, 25. You could probably sell $30,000 if you focused in the right areas. So give some thought to, what is it that you would feel good about? What do you want to buy, give, do, donate, create in the next 45 days? What does that cost? How much is that in sales? Is there a career promotion? So often I hear people say, well, I wanted to promote to XYZ in this calendar year, but now it's November and December and I still need 4 people. So they just give up on it. Instead of asking themselves, your opportunity is a product and your product is needed in different people's lives for different reasons. Your job as a seller, and that's what we do here. Selling is sharing and all of that, totally get it, but you have to create desire for product. So create desire for people for that particular opportunity this time of year. There's numerous ways to go about that. So we start with what we want and we quieten the voice in our head that says, yeah, but you can't have that, you can't do that because, or nobody, XYZ, anybody, nobody, always, never. You check those from your vocabulary because they don't help you. They limit you. That's a self-limiting belief. It's self-limiting verbiage even to use. All right, so what do you want? And for our DSI members, there's a couple of places that you can check for more help. We have our goals and plans section there to help you set some targeted goals. Of course, we have our member-only chat. You can always email me, send me a message, and I can help you. We also have holiday helpers, and then we have the Jingle All the Way course, which we'll talk about a little bit for our guest as well. So once we figure out what we want to accomplish, then we have to look at all of the ways that we could go about accomplishing that and ask ourselves, where do I begin? So I'm going to spend a few minutes just going over some of the different strategies, some of the things that you can do. We do cover all of these in our Jingle All the Way series. And again, members, you have access to that. It's sitting there waiting for you to come plug in. And I'm waiting for you to ask me how I can help, right? To tell me what you need from me to help you be successful this time of year. This is why you're part of the Direct Sales Institute Society. So just a couple of things. It is time to start. You can call this pre-holiday strategy, but now is the time to start. Not Thanksgiving weekend, not turkey trots. Right now today, reaching out to people. And I know here in Nashville, where I'm coming live to you from, it's 78 degrees today. It doesn't really feel like holiday or really even fall. Our leaves are changing, but we're still running around in shorts. So it's hard sometimes for you to shift gears. Fall's behind us. Fall was September, October. And it's important as a direct seller, you are a marketer, direct marketer if you want, but you are a marketer. So it's important to be ahead of those trends and think, not what am I doing this month? If I get up on November 1st and I'm just now figuring out how I'm going to market November, I'm behind. So we're going to take care of November, and we're going to talk a little bit today about December, and then maybe even beyond January. January is coming, and it's going to be here very quickly. And January can be a great month depending on what action you take. So your pre-holiday event, I'm a huge proponent on self-hosted events. It gives you a great reason to reach out to people and invite them. You can do it at your house. You can do it at a coffee shop, your church, rec hall. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't really matter who attends. What matters is that you contact people. If you don't have conversation, meaningful conversation with your contacts, your inner circle, your Franks, whatever you call it at your company, previous hostesses, previous clients, family and friends about this business, when you're emailing out and posting on Facebook, you just become in their mind really kind of noise, spam. And then it starts to feel like all she ever wants to talk to me about is me buying something. And that's a turnoff to people. So a self-hosted event gives you the opportunity to romance them a little bit, wine and dine, open your home to them, invite them in, give them some chocolate and hot cocoa and show them some great product and have fun from a fellowship standpoint, just to connecting. Most of us are women. I do a lot of party plan work. That's pretty much my industry, social selling and group selling. And that side of direct selling really draws women, and we love to connect with people on a social level. So this is a great way to do it. You don't have to make it complicated. You can keep it very simple and make it about product. And if you check out the Jingle All the Way, we've got a whole training module on a self-hosted event. What specials are you going to offer? Definitely your company will be offering some, but what you'll find is you sell what you love best. So what is that you love? What do you think? What are the top 5 things out of your product line that you think make the very best Christmas gifts? Be thinking about that. People don't, we don't hand people a catalog full of 100 things and tell them to go pick something out. When we really are a consultant, which is what we normally call people in the direct selling industry, consultants make recommendations based on their preferences, based on the trends. We fact find and find out, who are you buying for? How old are they? What's their favorite color? What do they love to do? What are their school colors? Things like that. And we make recommendations. So we sort through the whole list of possibilities to make recommendations for people. So give some thought to that. What are some great things for you to feature in addition or alongside of what your company does? Maybe you won't be thrilled with what your company specials are. You don't feel like they'll move the needle with your demographic and with your clients. Social media during the holidays. How are you going to market, and what's the purpose of your marketing? Are you targeting new audiences, or are you retargeting people that you already know? It takes the average person 7 times to see something before they act on it. So you have hundreds of people in your circle of influence that have not taken action yet on your product. Keep sharing with them. So what is your objective in your social media strategy? And we talked about a little bit earlier, we're coming to you from YouTube today. Very searchable, shows up a lot. You could do some great things like the top 5 favorite, top 5 gifts for girls 12 to 16 that comes from your product line, or top 5 teachers gifts that come from your product line, targeting and marketing and filling a need for people this time of year. Do it as a YouTube video. A Google Live is what this, you'll have to go in and play with your YouTube channel. YouTube's a fantastic medium for us. And I think by and large, we miss it because we're so busy on Facebook, fishing in a fishing hole, if you will, that is very controlled. So even Facebook Live, it will be very interesting to view the differences between viewership and participation that we receive. Facebook Live is a great tool, but it's still very, very much controlled and not as searchable as something like this is. So give some thought to that. Top 5 gifts for men. If you're in a personal care and you offer a men's line, there's 25 different 3-minute videos you could do featuring the top 5 in any category. Holiday home shows. People think you can't book this time of year. Absolutely crazy. You can, because people are looking for gifts. Hostesses would love to do their shopping for free. Everybody's a yes. You just have to figure out how to put it to them. So definitely home shows. Don't give up on that. On the piggyback of that, live show or virtual shows as well that you can do in a variety of ways. I think we miss corporate gifts a lot. So if you're in anything edible, durable goods, anything like that, you've got a great opportunity for corporate gifts. Most companies give employee gifts and they send gifts out to top shelf clients. What do you have that fills that need for people? Holiday expos, of course, this is the time of year to do trade shows and things like that. And we're all doing a lot of them. How do we capitalize on that? We talk about that in your Jingle All the Way for members. And then you've also got several booth boot camp series, but there's some specific information in Jingle All the Way. Men's, targeting men to make sure that she gets something pretty or sparkly or delicious under the tree and not like a vacuum cleaner or a bowling ball or something. Teachers' gifts. Huge opportunity for teachers' gifts. Moms are busy and stressed out and overwhelmed, and they have $15 to spend or $25 to spend. What do you have in that price point for a teacher's gift? Maybe a 10, 15, 25. Offer them 3 options. Make it easy. It doesn't so much matter to them what they give as that they give something that's a nice gift that the teacher's going to feel appreciated, right? Save them some time, save them some money. And then I would encourage you to think a little bit about, what do you do after Christmas? Here's why brick and mortar businesses allow returns and often have such liberal return policies. People spend more money when they return something. So people also still get Christmas cash for a gift. There's a lot of money that changes hands after Christmas Day, the day after Christmas Day through New Year's Eve. So set yourself up for success there as well. What are you going to offer for people, to people, to get a little bit of that Christmas cash back in your pocket? That's not a bad thing to think this way, guys. You run a business, so we have to think from a marketing standpoint. And I think these days, so often, marketing for us stops at posting on Facebook and social media graphics and memes, and there's so much more to it. If you really want to have a great season this year, it's super important that you diversify how you reach out to people and the things that you offer. And I have been in this industry for a number of years, more than I care to count. And, we didn't used to have social media, and we didn't used to have email, for goodness sake. You had fax and phone, and that's how you communicated with people. And I think that social media and electronic communication is such an advantage, such an asset. But I think that sometimes, and most of the time, it makes us lazy. And it also allows us to insulate ourselves from rejection. And the more we insulate ourselves from the word no, the lower yield or the lower return we're going to have on the activity. We have to put ourselves out there. Or I guess I should say, the more we put ourselves out there, the more ROI we get on the activity. So it's very easy for us to hide out in social media and not really reach out to people via text, via phone, via snail mail. Drop a postcard in the mail. People will be blown away. All they get is bills right? So send them something happy, send them something fun, send them an invitation to a holiday party that you're hosting, a glam night, whatever, sip and shop, sip and spa, whatever it is you do. Get creative about the value that you bring to the table for them. What is the intangible part of the experience that you have to offer that's fun for them? So thinking about all of those things in the month of November. And also team building, recruiting or sponsoring, whatever you call it. And I do find that people really shut down to the concept. Direct sellers shut down to the concept and say nobody wants to sign up in November. Nobody wants to sign up in December. Of course they do. They can earn, they can save, they can start the new year out. Everybody has dreams. Most Americans hate their job. They dream of running their own business and being their own boss. And you can deliver that just in time for Christmas. Why would we think nobody wants to sign up this time of year? Of course they do want to sign up. And what's so great is a lot of those people who still get money for Christmas from their parents or whoever, wherever the money comes from, they secretly dream of running their own business. So don't decide for people what they want out of life. Your job is to offer it and let people take from the table what they want. That's it. You just lay the options out, let them know what's there, and then you let them decide what they want. But when we decide ahead of time that nobody wants to sign up this time of year, it's detrimental to our personal business. If you're a leader, it's detrimental to your team business as well, because your team looks to you for guidance. And whether you realize it or not, everything you say, everything you do, and everything you don't do models behavior for them. If you don't recruit strong in November, your team will not recruit strong in November. If you're not a good December recruiter, they won't be good December recruiters either. So if you want to change the state of your team business, change the state of your personal business. And any of my coaching clients will attest to the fact that they have heard that more than once from me. Wherever the team is not performing up to our expectation, we look at where the personal business is not performing up to expectation as well. So I think that's a good start for our members. Definitely check out your Jingle All the Way access. There's 12 different, 6 hours, 12 different workshops in there about all of this holiday stuff, handouts, PDFs, there's a workbook, all that fun stuff. And check out the holiday helpers as well for some graphics, social media imagery, things like that you can use or build from to market your business this time of year. Definitely use the user chat that we have, the member chat that we have to communicate with me. I'm happy to answer questions. And it's also so helpful for you to chat with each other. Fresh ideas are just really the wellspring. And sometimes we spend a lot of our time in our company bubble. We spend our time around other people from our company, and the ideas just kind of circulate round robin, and there's not a lot of fresh ideas or new ways of thinking, and we can become a little stagnant. So you can check out the Success Society member lounge, and we will post that link. We'll post, if you're not a member, we'll post two things for you. The Jingle All the Way Bootcamp series, which again is that 6-hour, 12-part, tons of stuff in there. It is included in our Success Society membership. So I would really encourage you, it's about the same money for a quarter. I would really encourage you to think about coming on board with us at TSI, joining the society, networking with other people, and opening yourself up to hundreds of direct selling resources, motivational calls, monthly training calls like this, workshops, videos, boot camps, and a little bit of time with me. Hopefully you find that valuable. So I'm going to pause just for a second. I don't see any questions in here. I'm going to give you just a second to ask anything you may want to, and then we will wrap up kind of right on time. I certainly appreciate you joining us today. Hope you got some great ideas to move forward with. And we'll see you right back here, maybe. I think we'll try this one again next month for the month of December. All right. See you soon. Bye-bye.